What's up guys, Mike here with Meller Woodworks. We are on site again here in beautiful Locust Grove on our project. As you can see behind me, we started stacking out our roof frame for our porch right here. We've got our trusses in. We had to pivot last week because of some material stuff and this, that, and the other. Goal for today specifically, get the rest of this framed out, get purlins on, get the sheeting continued over so that we can continue running our underlayment, because our ultimate goal for the end of this week is to have this roof system done all the way wrapped around to the soffit that ties into the walls. Stay tuned and see how we do this week. One thing that we are really hammering home really hard with our building science and the way that we're building these structures, we're doing a full air, water, and vapor seal around the building to combat. I believe there's 4 major points with building science. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. But the 2 main ones that we're focusing on in this specific step right now are air and water. Now you can see on the roof deck right here, there's some moisture because we live in northeast Oklahoma. During the summertime, it's very, very humid. We get storms that roll through either in the mornings or the afternoons. The sun comes out, it's really humid, just keeps everything kind of damp. What we need to do here before we lay our underlayment down and trap all this moisture in between the zip and the underlayment, because that's just going to create problems, we're going to let the sun do its job once it comes up over the trees, and it's going to dry this deck out like that. Once we get to that point, we can come in and lay our underlayment down, and then we'll be ready to install our roofing material. All these are coming off? How many of these did you get?
6. We said 6. I wrote down 6.
Okay. Well, we'll use them.
I looked at this mending plate, right? Huh? What does it say?
What? Carry this, Kale.
What?
Okay.
Hey guys, check this out.
Interesting.
I needed a mending plate to mend my truck.
You need to get a crew laid out on underlayment, and then probably 2 to 3 people on that, and then everybody else is gonna be on porch framing.
Where do you want me, boss?
I want you and I to go up there and do the underlayment and show everybody how you want it done. That way everybody understands the process and the level of sealment and install quality that we're shooting for.
All right, Kale on the end. So one of you is going to be on the end, holding it straight. The other 2 are going to be working this bottom piece. And
The person down there is gonna make sure we're tracking as straight as possible as it lays. Make sure you're pulling it straight on that bottom edge there. That'll help keep Adam straight.
eventually it's going to get to the point where Mike can take most of it. And then I can stay here and make sure we're on the line. Whoa. Voila. She's down. After she's down, come back with the broom, give her a little pressure. That just helps it stick some more until it heats up and all that butyl strip underneath does multi-sticky. Just like that. And then you do the next row. And your overlap here, just keep going all the way. Yeah. Do one row all the way until you can't go no more. Then come to the next, yeah. And then when you overlap it, do a good couple inches. Like
3 to 6 inches
come
overlap.
to this next line here and put it on this next line all the way down. That way you get good overlap. This stuff is like extremely sticky. So it's gonna work really well.
Take
and then
your time
anytime
with it.
there's a nail or a screw that goes through it, this sticky backing is gonna seal around that.
It's like a self-healing almost.
Yeah, and then that keeps the water out, and that's the purpose of it. So since we're putting the steel directly onto the sheathing, that is now very, very important. What?
Oh,
That
I
sucks.
just pulled that off the charger.
Yeah, here you go. In or around that one, doesn't matter. Pull it over. Yep. Set it on that wood down there. Get this handle over.
Yeah.
Keep coming. Ready?
Yep.
What's up, guys? It's Kale. As you've seen after our tutorial, I think we figured it out. I think we got it. So we're working our underlayment now. We're finally got it all planed in nice and lovely there. It's looking nice, but we're gonna continue and bring it over this way. And then by the end of today, hopefully, if it doesn't rain, we'll have the roof underlaid for our roofing.
We've got our soffit that's sheathed. We got our wall that is sheathed. And what we have here is a crack. And it's really, really, really hard to get a piece of flashing tape up in there and get it perfect. What's also hard is, well, it's not hard. What's also expensive is liquid flash. Putting a bead of liquid flash in there and then coming back. Both is gonna get you good seals. One is very expensive, one is very hard. Here's our solution when we're doing a metal roof. So, what we do is we take a piece of wall flashing, and I'll come up this ladder here. Hold that up in there. So we take this piece of wall flashing, we throw it up on the roof here, and then we just secure it. There you go. Perfect. All right, now we have a piece of metal closing off that gap. Awesome. What we also have though is we have this piece right here and this piece right here that air and water and moisture and vapor can all get in behind. So now what we need to do is, after we get all this installed, is come back with a piece of flashing tape and then hit our ends. And what that's going to do is that's going to create a perfect seal here, and it's also going to give us a nice color break on our wall for later details when we build the wall. Because if you look at it from a certain angle, you can see into this corner when we put our soffit on and we put our wall on. So this is serving two purposes. It is now our water and air control layer, but it's also an aesthetic piece that's going to help hide this corner and make it look pretty from when you're standing out here looking at it at the perfect angle. So we'll get you a shot of the tape going on here in a minute. There's a stream right by me. Goodness. Guys, the struggle is real in Oklahoma today. Did you know that it is 92% humidity right now? 92. I'm not working that hard, and I'm soaked. Poured yesterday. Getting ready to pour again today. Out in the middle of the woods, you can throw it over there. And this is the reason why we use building science, and we don't just slap together standard homes in Oklahoma, because of our environment. We have to build homes that work in this environment. It's hot right now, and it's 92% humidity, so the moisture content out here is insane. So our homes have to be tight, because all this hot, humid air out here, if there's a leak in these cracks, all that humid air is gonna go straight into the home, and it's gonna take all that moisture, all this 92% humidity, all the moisture out here that's all over my body is just gonna go flying through these cracks, transfer with the air and into your home, and that's why you're gonna get mold in your house. So you have to air seal your homes properly. You have to have them tighter to get all this mixed humid air out here from going inside these cracks. That's why it's important to seal your homes with flashing and do it correctly and not just run through it. This job is taking us longer than it should because we're doing it better. Right is in the eye of the beholder, but we're doing it better, and we're not just slapping it together and saying, it's fine, which is what most standard homes are in Oklahoma, and that's why we're all dealing with mold right now. So, do better, people, do better. I'm breathing hard because of the humidity. It's like I'm drinking soup, breathing. I don't even need any water. I'm just drinking the outside air. Yeah. We got our bottom row in of our zip tape. Now we're coming back with the top row, and then we'll get each vertical piece where they overlap as well. And this is going to create that water and that air seal here in the corner. It's so much easier to get your tape perfect when you're putting it on a flat surface versus fighting it in 92% humidity on a ladder with your neck crunched into your shoulders doing this and folding it. It's really stinking difficult. So this is just our version. There's so many ways you can do this, but this is our version of how we get a pretty corner and at the same time air and water sealed. I need to buy some lighter ladders. Makes ladder hopscotch easier with lighter ladders. And I'm not gonna complain about the humidity anymore. But did I mention it was 92%? That means the dew point today is the dew point right now is 70, which is pretty normal for Oklahoma around this time of year, is to be the mid 70s. So what that means is that all this hot, humid air, when it leaks into your wall cavity or your roof assembly, and it touches a surface that is 70 degrees or less, it's gonna condense, it's gonna create water. So if you have your homes set to 60 and then the interior wall hits 70, you have the potential of creating water in your walls. So dew point's important if you have a leaky house. Keep an eye on that, because the last thing you want to do is create water in your walls. Now, if your AC is set to 70 and the dew point 70, you're probably okay, because you have all the heat coming in from this side, warming it up, and then you have all the cool coming from the inside, and they're meeting in the middle and they're kind of doing their thing. So if your home thermostat is set to 70, your walls probably are not 70. It's probably a little higher. I should do the science on that so I can speak to it clearly, which I have not done yet. But logic says that it's not going to be the same as what your temperature thermostat is set to. But if the dew point's like, say, 75, and you're set to like 65 at night, because I know some of you crazy people like to set your temperatures to 65 degrees sometimes. Well, yeah, it might be more in the realm of possibility at that point. I'm not a scientist, but I read a lot. When you're really good, and you're estimating, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I'm saying I'm really damn close, okay?
Spider monkey. No, I just saw leaves. Oh, guy. Woo, you're scaring me. Easy there, Gina. I got Gina and Tina out here with me. You know, I gotta keep an eye on my baby girls. Headache.
Okay, no falling off the ladder, lest I be impaled by copper. It works because you can roll it while we're doing this. It's in my back.
Oh, it's really coming now. Well,
I got a window here. I got a dry spot.
All right, guys, that's a wrap. Like, subscribe. We are newly monetized, so there's another button down there, and I think it's called Join. Click on that one. Join us for all the adventures out here in beautiful Locust Grove. It's raining right now, so we're out of here. Later.